Morning children, let's talk about decimals today. What are decimals? So decimals means anything which is divided by 10 or the powers of 10 or anything which is the fractions of decimals are where the denominator is always in the power of 10. So it could be 10, 100 or something like that, or thousands, right? So for example, if you look here, look at the first thing, there is a scale which you see. Now 0 to 2 is this, but it does not go to 2. So it's 0.5, it's 1, it's 1.5. So what does 1.5 mean? 1.5 means 15 over 10, right? So divide 15 by 10, you will get 1.5, right? So one thing which is very important for you to notice, there's a point over here. See, there's a point, and how many places after the point? 1, right? So when you convert this into a decimal fraction, what will you do? You will write 1 and you will put as many zeros as there are numbers after this. But remember, if there is a 0 after this, if it is 1.50, right, then it means 1.5 only, because I'll tackle this in a later stage. Okay, just hold on with this query. Now look at this second figure. 2 kg, 0.5 kg, 1 kg, 1.5 kg. So now let's see what is happening here. 0.5, 0.6, 0.7, this is 0.8 kgs. So 0.8, 0.9, and this will be 1 kg, right? This is half kg, this is 1 kg, this is 1.5 kg, this is 2 kg, and of course the scale would have started from here. So 0.8 kg means 8 by 10 kgs, right? So one place, 8 by 10 kg. So now some things to remember for you. 1/10 means 0.1, 1/10, right? 1 over 10 is 0.1. 100th is 100th or 0.01, okay, 0.01. This is something which is very important, 0.01, right? Because what is happening, see here, it was 0.1. Now in decimal system, something which you have to remember, if we put a 0 towards the left of the number, right after the decimal, it has a value. But the 0 after the number, see, 0.01 is the same as 0.10. This 0 is redundant, it has no value, this 0 has no value, right? So it's 0.01, it's 0.01, right, or 0.01. You can write it either like this, you can write it like this, or you can write it like this, right? So 1 over 100, how? After the point there are how many numbers? There are 2 numbers. So you write 1 and you write 2 zeros, so it becomes 100, right? But if you look at this, there are ideally 3 numbers, but this 0 has no value, so we will treat it as only 2 numbers, right? So this is something which you have to remember. So this 0 after the number, after decimal number, is redundant. 23 over 100 is 23 hundredths or 0.23, right? 2 zeros over there, right? So 0.23. 9 over 1000 is 9 thousandths, right? So what happens? 3 zeros are there. So 1, 2, 3, 2 zeros and 9. There are 3 places and the decimal will come before the 3 places, right? So here the decimal is coming before the 2 places, right? Here the decimal is coming before the 2 places over 100. So I hope you have understood this. If there is a confusion, I will repeat it for you. 1 over 10 means 0.1, because see, there is 1 0. So this digit and the number, the point will come here. 100 will be 0.01 or 0.01 or 0.010. This 0 has no value, remember this, okay. 23 over 100, 0.23, so 2 places. 9 over 1000, 9 thousandths, so 0.009, right. So we will see what is next. Now conversion of decimal into a fraction. 0.25. So as I told you, just count the number of digits after the decimal. There are 2 digits, write 1, write 2 zeros, 25 over 100. If you are to convert it further, reduce it further, it will become 1 by 4 as a vulgar fraction. These are called vulgar fractions, it will become 1 by 4. 0.025, see how many places, 1 2 3, so 1000, 25 over 1000, 1 by 40 is the vulgar fraction over here. Now some very important things for you to note. Adding zeros to the right of the decimal number, the decimal fraction, does not change the value of the number. As I told you earlier, 0.7 is same as 0.70 or 0.700 or 0.7000. So these zeros have no value, no value, no value, no value. But if I put a 0 before this, the value will change. Okay. Adding 0 to the left of a decimal fraction changes the value of the number. Yes. 0.7 is 7 by 10 and 0.07 is 7 by 100. So 0.7 is not as the same as 0.07. Remember this, these are two different numbers. 0.7 is 7 by 10 and 0.07 is 7 by 100. 0.007 is 7 by 1000, right? So these are not the same. See, if I add a 0 to the left of the number after the decimal, it will have a value. But if I add a 0 after the number, right, there is no value of those zeros. Those are redundant, right? So this is something which is very, very important. If the numerator and the denominator of a fraction contain the same number of decimal places, then we remove the decimal sign. 1.75 divided by 2.95, 1.75, 295, 35 over 59, this will be the vulgar fraction over here, right? So same number of decimal places, right? So 2 decimal places, 2 decimal places, so I have removed the decimals, right? So you can further reduce it to a simpler fraction. Now some points for you to remember. 0.7 kilometers is 7 by 10 of 1 kilometer. How? Just try it, we will prove it, okay? 7 upon 10 of 1 kilometer means 1000 meters, 700 meters. So now let us see, 1 kilometer is 1000 meters, yes. So x kilometers is 700 meters, okay. So we have to find out how many kilometers is 700 meters. So what will happen, you cross multiply, right. So x will be 700 divided by 1000, 7 by 10 or 0.7, you get the same thing, you get the same thing over here, okay. So 0.7 is 7/10 of 1 kilometer, alright. 1.5 centimeters is 1/5 over 10 centimeters. How? We will see. Take 1 as the whole number plus 5 over 10, 0.5 means 5 over 10. So 1 plus 0.5 is 1.5, right. Did you understand this? 1.5 centimeters is 1/5 over 10. Why? Because 5 over 10 gives you a 0.5. So 1 plus 5 over 10 is 1 plus 0.5. So it gives you 1.5. Now look at this one. 0.2 means 2 over 10, right, which means 1 over 5. So is 1 over 5 the same as 2 over 10? Let us see. Divide 1 by 5, right. So let us just hide the 0 right now, right. Divide 5 by 10, 1 by 5, 5, 0 will come, put a decimal point, right, and you will get a 0 here. So 5 2s are 10, so it is the same 0.2. I hope you understood this part, yes. Okay, if you have not understood, I will just do it, wait for you, wait a minute. Okay children, let us try and divide 1 by 5, right. So put a 1 here and put a 5 here, right. So can I divide 1? No. So what do? I put a 0 here, alright. So then I take a decimal point, yes, I add a 0 here, because the moment you take a decimal point you add a 0. So 5 2s are 10, right. So 2 comes here, minus 10, right. So you get the answer. So 0.2 can be obtained by 1 by 5 or 2 by 10. This is what I was telling you over here, alright. I am sorry for the shaking video, right, but this is what happened over here. Now 1.2, what does 1.2 mean? 1.2, like we did earlier, so it will be 1 2 upon 10, how, or 1 upon 5, because 2 upon 10 we have already seen can become 1.5, 1 over 5, right. So 1 plus 0.2 is 1.2, right. So because you see, you saw the result of 1 by 5, it was 0.2, right. So 0.2 means 0.2, so 1 plus 0.2 is 1.2. Understood? Yes. 70 plus 6 plus 0.3. Now 70 is the tens place, this is the ones place, and this is the tenths place. So what would it become? 70 plus 6 is 76, point will remain there, 0.3, right? So this is the first video on decimals that I have done for you. I hope you enjoyed it. If there are doubts, please get in touch, right? Please get in touch. Thank you children.